Hi, Joseph Curry here. Welcome to the Joseph Curry Show on the first day of March of 2021. And boy, oh boy, we got something in store for you today. Well, yesterday was a sad day here at Franklin High School in Franklin County. Yesterday had brought the saddest day in our lives. The coach of the former coach and the teacher, Lester Ryder, passed away yesterday morning. Our deepest condolences go out to the Wilder family, and he was a true, true legend, and a coach and a teacher, and he was a coach of the girls basketball team. That was yesterday. Then and a teacher. So the people were in shock in Franklin County and inside the Franklin High School in the whole world. I mean, that was today where that people hold the news now, hold the news. So now we're going to I'm going to read this to you and yes, a long time Franklin teacher and a long time coach and Lester is a long time. I mean, Lester Wilder is a long time teacher. So we're gonna go up this and going on and see what's happening about this. And now we're gonna go for this and we're gonna go to highschoolot.com and and I'm gonna read to you folks. Okay, last day was sad. Longtime Franklin High School coach, teacher, and athletic director Lester Randall died this weekend. According to the high school, for those that knew him well, he was more than just a coach and mentor. Anyone connected with Franklin High School knew Coach Lester Randall was the cornerstone of Athletics, Red Wham Athletics, as he led our school and community for over 40 years as a teacher, coach, and athletic director. The school said in a statement. Wilder coached multiple sports at the high school, but was known by most as the girls basketball coach. He retired as the girls basketball coach in 2017 after 41 years leading the Red Wimps. He achieved more than most could begin to advances in high school athletics, but beyond the numbers of success he achieved on the courts. His biggest wins will find sharpening and improve the lives of our students. He showed us how to treat each other, dig deep when advisors arose, and build a tradition of kindness, compassion, and love that will never leave our school. Franklin High School's statement said, Wilder, a native of Franklinton, who attended Killer Junior College and St. Augustine's University as a teacher and coach. He was a mentor to students for decades. He was also a mentor to his peers. Del Cole, the athletic director for the Wake County's public school system, was the soccer coach and athletic director at Franklin High School before moving to Wake County. He spent a lot of time working with Wilder. Coach Wilder was an amazing man who led with his heart. He never knew a stranger and would give his last dime if someone was in need, Cole said. Cole started teaching and coaching at Franklin in his early 20s. Wilder was the athletic director when he hired Cole as the soccer coach. Cole took over the role of athletic director at Franklin when Wilder stepping down from the position. The things he taught me about being a better human and putting others first are some of the most powerful lessons of my life. He said, You cannot overstate how much he meant to the Frankerton community, and every person who came through the doors of the high school. His legacy lives on in all who hate Bulletin over the years. Former Stewarts, Athletics, and Collins had no wider's impact on them and the community as a whole. His words were the coolest gotten so many when they were needed most. The school statement said, words cannot begin to express our sadness and loss today, but we take joy in the memory of the man who meant so much to so many. So it was sad, very sad, and I didn't remember how the news of lesson day. That was lesson day. Never knew. Now, Waddle was a good coach, a legendary, and some other things that we know, and that was the day I will never ever forget. Waddle was the coach and a teacher, a long-time teacher. He was a teacher for 40 years when he started back in the 1970s. Well, anyway, I do know about in the in the in the late 1970s that he always doing. That was he was doing, and that's why he passed away. That was a long. He was a long time teacher in Franklin High School, and I never see it coming. Lesson that I never seen it coming, and I heard all the news, the Twitter, the Facebook, what I saw on Facebook last day. People can't believe the coach is gone. And sure am. That was back in that day. I never ever know this once in a long time. Now, the Franklin County Schools says, as a distant our thoughts and prayers are with all those who are mourning the Franklin legend coach Lester Waddle's recent passing. We know that his legacy will continue through his family and anyone that he impacted over the years. I know everything about it. I know everything that people must go through. That they must go through. I don't know his age. Why though? I really didn't know his age as no. For sure, yeah, I always know. I can't even tell. So I mean, you go for this day in Frankington. You step foot in this mean jail in Frankington High, and you're thinking about the past that you always known about. Think about the past you always known about. People care about him. People like him. People know him. People surprise him. People bless him. People inspire him. And he inspires everybody. He inspires to every Frankington High School students. I just never ever know that I will never ever forget. People have put trust. People put trust in him. Every time he goes to church, then goes to school. He goes to church on Sundays, then go to school Monday through Fridays, and then started athletics. He was in athletics. Jimmy Fleming in South River High School. Always been least being when he wasn't doing in athletic at South River High. He was a softball coach and won like 5 championships. Jimmy Fleming, I think he won 5 championships. And before he passed away, I was freak out. That was 2017 or 18 or 2016 or whatever. Jimmy Fleming was a coach in South High School and a teacher at Atlanta. And I remember he won five five national championships as the head coach of the softball team. Never going, but he never going on. Never said one. Never doing the comments. Never had comments before. Any time in my life. I mean, I know anything about this for sure. I do know deep down, deep down in my heart, we all know that everything matters. Everything happens for the reason. The memories they had was absolutely cool. Everything was cool about it, so no one had to take it. And Wilder is just a good coach. And he is when he coached the girls basketball. And some people knows it, and they always know it too. People always doing something else that's just going. Everything people going through. And that's why Coach Wilder was a good man. He was a good man, and we all miss him. And I know my cousins are truly, sadly gonna miss him. So it was great. But it was good to see him as a coach when he's doing Lester Wilder, the coach and the teacher. Mr. Wilder could do all kinds of things. He did all kinds of things, did everything he could, and he inspired all the students, telling them to treat each other and tell them to have some respect. So everybody in Franklin High School and myself on the Joseph Curtis Show, we would like to wish our deepest condolences to the Wilder family, our thoughts and prayers to his family, his fans, and his friends and students. And I hope I get to watch in the Franklin High School someday. To then, I mean, this is all about Coach Wilder. Yesterday he passed away. And he will truly be missed. This is Joseph Kurt, and I'll be right back. Joseph Curry here. Welcome back to the Joseph Curry Show. I can talk about the vaccine the Johnson vaccine is going to come tomorrow. And people are going inside. The good news, the Johnson vaccine is coming. And so we're going to ward it out and see what's going on. Okay, there's the Johnson vaccine. People got to deliver, and that's what's going to have to happen. This is going to happen here. So here's now, check it out now. After new COVID 19 cases fell in recent weeks for the record high peak in general, President Joe Biden's top public health officials warned Monday that the U.S. could lose the hard on ground we had gained if cases plummet at their current level. Dr. Richard Rescued, director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, said she was deeply concerned as the new cases count tall, but states concerned that will block virus-related restrictions. We cannot be resigning to 70,000 cases per day, 2,000 daily deaths, Reddicy Scott said. Sunday marks the first time more than a month that most states reporting rising case counts and more cases were recorded in the last week early. A USA Today analyst with Johns Hopkins University data shows. On Monday, new rollbacks also took effect in states, including Virginia, removing a midnight to 5 a.m. curfew and increasing the capillarity for outdoor gatherings, warning lifting all restrictions on personal care businesses. New Jersey opening large entertainment venues at 10% capacity indoors, and Massachusetts eased the restrictions from restaurants capacity and allowing a number of indoor venues to reopen all restrictions. Globally, infections increasing last week after 6 consecutive weeks of declining totals, and World Health Organization held Tedros International Accountability said part of the reason was that relaxing of public health measures. Also, in the news, Johnson began distributing its vaccine Sunday. Nearly 4 million doses are set to be equally distributed this week among all states and territories. Jack Zenith, the White House COVID-19 response coordinator, said Monday that J&J distribution portions were slow after this week as an entire inventory is sent out, but that it will provide 16 million individual doses by the end of the month. The number of hospitals reporting full intensive care units has fell by nearly 50% nationwide since early January, according to a USA analyst of data from the Department of Health and Human Services. California Governor Gavin Newsom and some lawmakers have reached a deal that will provide $2 billion in increased for public schools to bring back some students back March the 31st. School districts in countries in the second most restricted town of the state's reopening plan will be able to for extra funding if they reopen all elementary schools and at least one grade of middle or high schools. Dr. Anthony Fauci, head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease, told NBC's Meet the Press on Sunday that elementary school children may start being vaccinated at the end of their year or the beginning of 2022. High schoolers may start getting their doses in the fall, he said. Now, Native American leaders across California said that community has noticed COVID-19 case deaths. That state figures show few American Indian people had died that are compared with other states with identified industries popularly. Leaders and experts fear deaths in those communities have been undergoing accounting because of the long history of Native Americans being regulated fast. Now, today's numbers, the U.S. have more than 28.6 million confirmed coronavirus cases and 513 deaths. According to Johns Hopkins University data, the global total more than 114.3 million cases and 2.53 million deaths. More than 96.4 million vaccine doses have been distributed in the U.S. and about 96.9 million have been administered, according to the CDC. So this is what's happening here, folks. They call it the mess that they had, and this is all, and this is not. Now, as we might see, the Johnson Johnson vaccine is on its way tomorrow. So now, what they're seeing is this is all something. This is all something about it's going to happen every single freaking time, and just it really is. Now the CNN now reporting for now, folks. The CNN has reported that Johnson Johnson's single-dose coronavirus vaccine, the dual COVID-19 shot authorization for use in the U.S., is starting to be distributed across the country. The U.S. House passed a version of the COVID-19 stimulus bill, a key part of President Biden's agenda to combat the pandemic's economic impacts. It's now moved to the Senate. New Zealand imposed a 7-day lockdown in its most populous city, Auckland, on Sunday after 2 local cases of unknown origin were detected. Now, now let's get to the other stuff. Now, 2 doses of coronavirus vaccine protect people better against coronavirus venomous than just 1 dose, CDC experts said Monday. The B1 351 variant first seen in the South Africa had the most worrying effects on the ability of vaccines to produce an immune response. The CDC's Dr. Heather Scott laboratory meeting of the CDC's advising commitment on the amazing practice. But there are concerns about the B117 variant first seen in the UK, as well as the variant coming on Brazil, known as B2. She said the CDC has revealed many of the students, some published, others released, and unveiled preprints on how the virus allowed the virus to evade the immune response. Fast. Okay. So here's another one. Now we're gonna skip this one. And yes, we're gonna skip this one. Now we're gonna talk about. Now we're gonna see what the Johnson Johnson vaccines will work. And if they work, it may save people's lives. Now, former President Donald Trump and former First Lady Melania Trump receiving the COVID-19 vaccine at the White House in January. A Trump advisor told CNN on Monday it was not immediately clear which vaccine or how many doses each had received. The relation comes after the former president urged his followers to get vaccinated for the virus during his speech at the Consensual Public Action Conference in Orlando, Florida on Sunday, telling the audience how painful that vaccine shot is. So everybody go get low shot. That are cosmetics. Now cosmetics for us now. Sounds casting now. How painful the vaccine shot is, so anybody go get those shot. That encourages marking a notable shift as Trump, during his time in office, had long dismissed the gravity of the virus and eschewed practice like social distancing and mass rally. CNN Perugia report that a White House official has said in mid-December that Trump wouldn't be administering um, coronavirus vaccine until it was recommended by the White House medical team. The official said at the time that Trump was still receiving the benefits of the molecular ink kind body cocktail he was given during his recovery from COVID-19 early in the fall. With both he and the first lady had tested positive for the coronavirus. Trump's decision to quiet receiving the vaccine without public fanfare contrasts chiefly with his successful and procedural President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris were each vaccinated on the live television in December, and former President Barack Obama, George W. Bush, and Bill Clinton volunteered in December to get their COVID-19 vaccines on camera to promote public confidence in the vaccine safety. Now, former President Jimmy Carter had also been included against the virus. During his CPAC speech, Trump who oversaw the rapid development of coronavirus vaccine due to Operation Warp Speed Task Force, said his administration deserves most of the credit for the current pace of vaccinations in America and repeatedly referring to COVID-19 losing a time. Never let them forget that was us. We did this, he said on the vaccine deployment. Now, the former president's speech writing team from his days at the White House had returned to duty to assist him in drafting his Sunday address to the conference. And Washington told CNN on Monday, among the other speechwriters was Trump's former top domestic policy advisor, Stephen Miller. Trump's remarks on vaccination deployment when quoting to CNN reportedly in January that Biden and his advisors weren't inheriting any coronavirus vaccine deployment plan from the Trump administration. Now, in the middle of the hours before Biden being sworn into the office on Wednesday, sources with direct knowledge of the new administration's COVID-related work told CNN one of the biggest shocks that the Biden team had to dig during the transition period was what they saw as a complete lack of the vaccine discrimination strategy under Trump. Even weeks after multiple vaccines were approved for use in the United States. So, like I say, folks, the vaccine. So, like I say, but anyway, this is all. So, this is all the mess. We have cases that have about thousands and thousands, 70,000 cases a day. And we had about 513,000 people die. It is what it is. That's all I gotta say for now. That concludes the new edition of the Justin Chris Show. And I'll see you tomorrow, same time. Peace out, everybody.